Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you've been doing well. Today we have some very interesting news regarding Dragon Ball SHF. Now, in addition to this Daima news we're going to get into, there were some character sheets that leaked earlier this morning. So if you haven't seen those and don't want to see them, I would try to avoid the topic of Dragon Ball Daima character sheets. But if you don't care and you want to see them, they're out there on the internet now. So yeah. Anywho, let's jump into the real topic of this video, which is some new action figures. So yes, Dragon Ball Daima is getting SH Figuarts. Everybody kind of already had an idea that this was probably going to happen. It was just a matter of when. Now, knowing that the figure is knowing that the series is coming out later this year, it's interesting to see when these may release, because right now, in the at least details, we don't know when the pre-order date will be, when the release date will be. All we know is the price, which he's going to be a budget figure, which, you know, I'm hoping, you know, he comes with a little bit more. I think GT Kid Goku was like $55, so not necessarily a budget release. But I would imagine he's going to also come with an additional skirt piece here for more relaxed and when he's fighting, and maybe something extra than these faces. I would hope, but if not, that's fine. For $35, I'll take it, because it also comes with the power pole and the power pole holder. So as a figure though, I mean, it is GT Kid Goku basically. Obviously the arms are a little bit different, but yeah, I mean, he looks okay. I mean, you know, this is early pictures. When we see it in person and through, you know, the pre-rendered images or whatever that they do on their website, you know what I'm talking about, it'll probably look a lot better. You know, you can see a little bit of the paint, whatever, yada yada yada. But for now, just looking at the base images, looks cool. And now that I'm looking at it, yeah, it actually does come with a extra head. That's windy. So I don't know, maybe it's the magazine or whatever they took a picture on. It makes the hair look kind of weird. But yeah, looks cool so far. So it's going to be about $35 budget release with two type of hair sculpts, windy and relaxed. That's actually pretty cool. Moving on though, we got Vegeta as well from Dragon Ball Daima in his kid form, whatever you want to call that, reduced age. And I mean, as a figure, to me, this is basically just like Pan, but Vegeta, if that makes sense. I don't really like the legs. But you know, what are you gonna do? It's Vegeta in his classic armor that he always, you know, wears and whatnot. And unless they really are gonna get into the mechanics of giving him a ab crunch there, and I don't know if they'd be able to do it that small. I'm not sure if, off the top of my head, I can't think of a figure that they've done that really for at this size. But I don't know, something in there, it just, I don't know, it looks a little off for me. And I love Vegeta so much, but I don't know, I have to see it in person to really get a better idea if I would want this one. Piccolo though, he looks pretty solid. You know, articulation gonna be pretty standard. I do like that he comes with crossed arms. He comes with a soft goods cape. That's really nice. He is going to be one of the more expensive ones, so coming in at 7150 yen, and Vegeta is as well going to be a budget release with 3960 yen. And we don't know any release dates or pre-order dates for any of these. So when could they drop? When could they go over pre-order? Pre-order, I can't say. It really could happen at any time. They like to take their sweet time, man. But release wise, if I had to guess, probably next year. Maybe sometime between March and May, somewhere around there, because unless they're going to plan to do something special and drop this and like do a triple release in a month, I really see them probably extending this out. And I think that's another topic to bring up, and maybe it'll be a little bit too long for this video, so I'll just quickly summarize. But I do think that they need to find a way to release these in a shorter window. You know, it's already a long time people are waiting for, you know, Busag or whatever, right? But they've got the ball rolling now. You know, they've been doing a little bit of GT, a little bit of Super here, but mostly focusing on Z and hammering those out, and also trying to get a little bit of Z movie characters out. So I would like to see that continue to have momentum. And it's, you know, they're going to be projects within different years where we get a movie or some special or, you know, a series like this potentially in the future, where, you know, it may take more precedence over what they're currently doing. But I am hoping that they're not going to drag this particular set of 3 characters out over 3 months, and they might try to reduce that and do maybe 2 in 1 month or 3 in 1 month or 2, you know what I mean? Something like that, just to not take up too much of the time window for other stuff. Because don't get me wrong, I like the idea of Dragon Ball Daima. It's one of Toriyama's final projects, rest in peace. And it's going to be something I think very special to a lot of people. And there's possibly more than just these 3 characters getting figures as well. And that's going to be the other thing, you know, if there's more than just these three and they do like the villains or anything like that. Yeah, it's going to be a interesting year for 2025 and how people react to the releases. So that is something I'm cautious about. But you know, it is what it is. I can't control it. You can't control it. It comes from the up top. We'll have to see what happens. But for now, I am hoping that maybe they have these to tease at San Diego Comic-Con so you can actually see what they look like in person. Because the fact that they are in this magazine is kind of telling that they already have physical prototypes of some sort somewhere. So yeah, shouldn't be too far off from seeing it promoted officially by Tamashii if they haven't already started. But yeah, that's it so far. If you are looking for any news regarding San Diego Comic-Con stuff for event exclusives, there's not really too much new news. In case you didn't know, those items will be on Premium Bandai eventually, and I believe they did say it's going to be available at the New York Tamashii Nation store. Of course, it'll be limited quantity, but I think there's one set of reviews right now. If you want to check it out, Rockchilla, he's got all of them up for review. So if you want to check how the figures look in hand, go for it. Anywho, that has been the video, and yeah, very excited for Dragon Ball Daima. I really hope to see more promotion from it, because I think now that we're seeing merchandise, there has to be some push more on their end. You know, they're eventually going to be making an appearance in video games, so yeah, I think the push for, you know, Toei to actually start promoting it is about to change, hopefully. But anyways, I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.